Hi, I'm Bill Ritchie. There was a book I found one time called Tin Bamboo Studio. And I bought the book and read it, and it is a book of woodcuts printed in China about the time Rembrandt was doing his black and white etchings in Amsterdam. And the more I thought about it, I came to think that it's perhaps the first time that technology, the printing, was brought to the service of faithful reproductions of artworks in color. Each print is a water-based block print, and the techniques used could emulate the effects of watercolor. The gradations, the soft, subtle changes, and so forth, all with printing. And this was in 1640, around in then. So I decided to try my hand at the technique. I was printing woodcuts with water-based ink, and I started this block, a block based on this image. And unfortunately, I've lost the block, but I made a video. It was 2001, and I had just got a video system and an editing system that I could make DVDs, and that was my plan, is to make a tape about this technique, particularly in transferring the lines and shapes from the print onto a woodblock. So I made a video, and I have to smile when I think about it because I used an avatar named Dusty Can, and he talked in kind of a gruff old voice like that. So I'm going to show you that video. It's 2 minutes long, and it's about how to transfer the lines in the traditional way that I learned following the Japanese technique, which is probably very much like the Chinese technique. So enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. I'm Bill Ritchie.
Well, we got a frequently asked question here. How do you transfer a drawing to a wood block to make a woodcut? We found a videotape there by an artist that uses a traditional method. First, he takes a tracing of the artwork he wants to do. In this case, it's a Chinese print. And he spreads out a thin film of water-based paste on his wood block. After he gets that paste spread out nice and even, he then unrolled his tracing face down into that little layer of paste, and he spread it out with a Japanese bar end. That's a printing tool you see there. After he'd got it all neatly spread out and flat, he went after it with a wooden spoon, and he really rubbed that drawing down into that paste layer. He did it over the whole thing, and he used wax paper to keep his wooden spoon from getting hung up on that damp paper. After he'd done that, then he moistened a finger, and he began to gently rub the paper fibers off the paper. He rubbed and he rubbed over the whole thing until the drawing, all that was left was the ink line from his original tracing in the paste, and then he could start carving those lines. Well, it's a long and slow and tedious task, but it's a traditional way, and just for that reason it's kind of fun and gives you time to think about things.